So this question says in the product 2/8 times 4/10 times 6/12 times 8/14 all the way on till 94 over 100, the numerator and denominator of each term are 2 greater than the previous term. So you can see that the denominators go from 8, 10, 12, 14, while the numerators go from 2, 4, 6, 8 onwards. So this is asking for the value of the product of all these fractions. Now these aren't the only fractions. The ones shown, they're not the only ones we're multiplying. We're doing, 2/8 times 4/10, then we got 6/12, and then 8/14, and it just keeps going. We got 10/16, we have 12 over 18, and this literally just continues all the way up until we get to 94 over 100. Now this is a lot to multiply. We do not want to have to multiply all these numbers with the numerator and the denominator. So what we can do is we can try to find some pattern. And what I notice is that both the numerator and denominator are increasing by 2, right? So after a certain point, there are going to be numbers that are in both the numerator and denominator, and that's exactly what happens. We have 8, that's in the numerator and the denominator, and so it cancels out. 10 and 10, 10 over 10 is 1, those cancel out. 12 and 12. And I didn't continue to write this out, but I could have, and you would have seen that these would have continued to cancel out 14s, the 16s, the 18s, the 20s. Now, the only thing is these first 3 numbers in the numerator will never cancel out with anything because the denominator starts with 8 and just keeps getting bigger. So those 3 numbers are stuck in the numerator. Now, when will this stop canceling out? Well, since the numerator actually starts out lower than the denominator, it's ending lower too. But that means that when we're crossing all of these numbers out, we'll be done the numerator much faster than we'll be done the denominator. So this 94 will get crossed out, but we won't have, in the numerator, we won't have a 98, we won't have a 96, and so because of that, these 3 numbers in the denominator actually won't get crossed out. The 18s will, the 20s, the 90s, the 92s, all of that down here will get crossed out. But since we started off with 3 numbers in the numerator that don't have a pair, we also end up with 3 numbers in the denominator that don't. So the value of this product ends up being 2 times 4 times 6 over 96 times 98 times 100. Now, we can simplify this because there's a 2 in all of these numbers. Of course, they're all multiples of 2. So 4 over 100 is 1 over 25. 6 over 96 is 1 over 16. And then 2 over 98 is just 1 over 49. So this ends up being 1 over 16 times 49 times 25, which I do not want to have to multiply out, but I will do. 19,600 is our denominator, so the answer to this question is 1 over 19,600.